Hello, everybody. Welcome to MikeySuzeFour channel. This is a impromptu webcam that we have for this evening. Uh, I figured I'd go ahead and do something for some of our subscribers since we did, since you guys and since you folks know that we do, an early webcam for Greatest American Hero on Wednesday early morning, and on Friday, of course, this coming Friday, we'll be starting Red Dwarf series and doing the 2 episode reviews each Friday morning for that very early morning. So uh, there is still tomorrow, Thursday afternoon, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Central. Uh, okay, thank you there, Raquel SSG. I appreciate hearing from you. Uh, what was I going to say again? She sent me a message from Facebook. Raquel is very sweet. SSG2211. Please check out her website. She's got on YouTube. She's got a great content there. She does hangouts. She has a gaming channel too. Check that out as well. She has 2 different channels. And then, of course, our friend from Oklahoma, Moira Kitty. She has a wonderful location there as well. Uh, Good evening to our friend Sci-Fi Sifdan. Hello there, Mikey. Hello there to you, Sifdan. Hope you'll join us tomorrow, Sifdan, if you want to do a little chatting about things. Yes, who's on first? Yes. Um, Actually, like I said, I've been wanting to kind of do this webcam for quite a while now. There's been a lot of controversy, not lately, but over time, people have always tried to figure it out. Like, what's all the positions? No, what is on second? Right, right, correct. Um, and like I said, so most people have been trying to figure it out for years and years. Abbott and Costello brought it about in the early 30s and 40s as a baseball skit. And in fact, um, we'll just use a little bit of information here. Right. Now, who's on first? According to Wikipedia, it is descended from minstrel and turn of the century wordplay sketches. One of the most famous was developed by Weber and Fields, and it was called "I Work on Watt Street." Watt Street. Other examples include the baker scene, the comedian, loaves at a bakery located on Watt Street, and Who Died, which is Dyed, which is the business owner's name, Who. So in the 1930 movie Cracknuts, comedians Burt Wheeler and Robert Woolsey, that's Woolsey, examined a map of a mythical kingdom with dialogue like this. What is next to which? What is the name of the town next to which? Yes. In British music halls, comedian Will Hay performed a routine in the 1930s, possibly earlier as a schoolmaster, and so on and so forth. And then, yeah, a baseball routine had become a standard bit in burlesque in the United States. And Bud Abbott's wife recalled him performing the routine with another comedian before teaming with Lou Costello. But Bud Abbott has stated that it was taken from an older routine called Who's the Boss, which is a performance of which can be heard in an episode of the radio comedy program It Pays to Be Ignorant from the 1940s. Now, after they formally teamed up in burlesque in 1936, he and Costello continued to hone the sketch. It was a big hit the fall of 1937 when they performed the routine in a touring vaudeville review called Hollywood Bandwagon. Okay. And then on February of 1938, they joined the cast of the Kate Smith Hour radio program. Kate Smith was the operatic voice at that time and heard on radio. And the sketch was first performed for the radio audience, a national one, on March 24th of that year of 1938. Okay, so that just gives you a brief rundown. The latest thing about the line Who's on First, in 2005, 19 years ago, that line was included on the American Film Institute's list of 100 memorable movie quotations. Okay. Okay, so oh hey Mikey and Dan, good to see you tonight. Good to see you too, CC. Christian Carpenter's here with us tonight. Okay, so let's remember. Let's see if I can remember what was in there, and then I'm going to describe something about the right fielder because according to the routine, the right fielder is never mentioned. But they did a board game, and I'll mention that briefly. In the board game, the right fielder's name was Nobody. And in some variations of the sketch, Lou Costello, uh, or is it Bud? Either one of them hints at that it is okay. It's Lou Costello, right? So Lou Costello hints at that his name on first base might be naturally. I don't know. It was said that way a few times, but I don't think that's true. I think what we know now, as for each position, is pretty much the way it is. And let's see. So we got Sir Lemon is in here. Hi, fruitcakes. Hello, Fruity Lemon. Sif Dan is on first. Yes. So what names does who use when he signs his checks? Who? I'm asking what name does who? How does who use when he signs his checks? Naturally, I could get you guys crazy all night with this thing. Believe me. But I just want to go through it really briefly, just kind of describe it. So, hello there, lemon pie from Sifdan. Okay, so here's the breakdown. The way I read it just now, the way I remembered it. So actually, it was kind of cool. I remembered almost everything exactly the way it's supposed to be in the routine. So, who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. I don't give a darn. Said at the very end of the routine is the shortstop. Now, in one point during the routine, he says, "Do you have a left fielder?" He says, "Why?" And he says, "Why? Well, I just want to because and that why is the left fielder because is the center fielder. Now, when he asked about the pitcher, he says, "I'll tell you tomorrow." He says, "It's tomorrow." He said, "Well, why won't you tell me today?" "Oh no, that's the catcher." So it gets very, very confusing as the routine continues on and on. So basically, tomorrow is the name of the pitcher. Today is the name of the catcher. And let's see there. Okay, and Sci-Fi Sifdan says hello there to Lemon Pie. Sifdan says hello there to the Christian Carpenter. And Lemon Pie says, "Sifdan, you survived." Palpatine's line to Yoda. And Sifdan says Lemon Pie, "Surprised?" Yes, I'm very surprised. Okay, and we've already got 4 people watching and 2 likes. Thank you so much. We do sincerely appreciate that. Now, to describe briefly about the right fielder, like I said, the shortstop who goes by actually 3 different names. He can go by "I don't care," or "I don't give a darn," or "I don't give a damn." You can go by either of those names. Also, the right fielder is never identified. But later on, there was a Selcho and Ryder board game based on who's on first routine, and the right fielder's name in there was named Nobody. And just to give you a hint of it, Costello says, "Now I throw the ball." Lou says, "Now I throw the ball to first base. Whoever it is drops the ball. So the guy runs to second. Who picks up the ball, throws it to what? What throws it to? I don't know. I don't know. Throws it back to tomorrow. A triple play." But Abbott says, "Yeah, it could be." Costello says, "Another guy gets up and it's a long fly ball to because. Why? I don't know. He's on third and I don't give a darn." What was that? Costello said, "I don't give a darn." And Abbott says, "Oh, that's our shortstop." Yeah, and it's just and the whole thing is ridiculous. But it's so much fun. Okay, and like I said, the right fielder is called Nobody. In the 1970s, that's when Seltzer and Ryder published a Who's on First board game. In 1989 or 19, wish my glasses. Okay, in 1999, Time named the routine Best Comedy Sketch of the 20th Century. And then an early radio recording from October 6, 1938 was placed in the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry in 2002. And in 1956, a gold record of Who's on First was placed in the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York. A video taken from the naughty 90s now plays continuously on screens at the Baseball Hall of Fame. So you can see that is simply amazing uh, that Bud Abbott and Lou Costello came up with such a great routine way back when. And as I said, it came out in 1938. This is now 2024. So this has been out there for 86 years. And believe it or not, in 2028, it's going to reach its 90th anniversary. Is that insane or what? What can I tell you? Um, Connie Clear says, "Hail, chat." Hi, Connie. Lemon says, "Hi, Lemon." Connie says, "I did some promotion for you on Twitter so you can get more chats and audience to give you company." Oh, Sifdan, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that. Hey, Mikey from Aravic Sonder. Hello, Aravic. Good to see you. Miss Connie Cleary, it's also a delight to see you, sweetie. Connie Cleary says, "Mikey at Sci-Fi Sifdan, hello." Hello there to Connie Cleary from Sci-Fi Sifdan. Meow. Hello, Moira Kitty. Good to see you, sweetheart. I hope to be on yours and uh, Hangout chat tomorrow evening at 10 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget to check that out, folks. Moira Kitty and Raquel SSG 2211 are doing a nice Hangout chat tomorrow. So please check that out. That'll be around 10 p.m. Eastern time, I believe, on Thursday. So yeah, check that out. Aravic Saunders says meow to Moira Kitty. Sifdan says hello there at Aravic Saunders. Sifdan says hello there, Moira Kitty. And Aravic Saunders says hi to Sci-Fi Sifdan. You guys and gals are amazing. You folks are awesome. Send you some hearts there. Okay, so now as most of you want to know about Who's on First and how it was created, where it came from, and how long it's been in existence. And of course, now it's permanently as a part of the Baseball Hall of Fame there at Cooperstown. So great stuff. I mean, and it is definitely my all-time favorite routine. Now, I know some people don't like them, and there's been issues before with Abbott and Costello. I totally get that. But I gotta tell you, to me, they're the best comedy duo before you got Martin and Lewis to show up later on. D. Martin and Jerry Lewis. And there's always been really good duos out there. And then, of course, if you think of trio, well, obviously you're thinking of the Three Stooges. You got Moe, Larry, Curly, Joe, and then you got Shemp, and then you got regular Joe. So there was five of them. Yeah. And then the Our Gang group, with all the kids, Sparky and Alfalfa and Darla Hood and all of them, and Buckwheat, and everything like that. So all of that great early comedy, all of that is just fantastic. Uh, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed. In fact, both of us are. Suzanne and I are blessed to know we came from listening to great comedy routines, and of course, we all miss Mr. Robin Williams. Of course, rest in peace. Yes, yes, we miss that man. Let's see. All righty, just reading through the chat here. I love this. All right, so Moira Kitty says meow Sonder and meow Sif Dan. Moira Kitty's smiling. It's always good to see a smile, Moira. Moira gets a big hug from Lemon Pie. Moira does love the Abbott and Costello movies. Yes, I do too. And per Lemon Pie, Ervik Saunders says hello to Lemon Pie, and of course Lemon says howdy Ervik. Don't forget, there's also the road movies. Uh, with Bob Hope and Bing Crosby. Those were always great. Those two guys, and they always traveled everywhere. Road to Morocco, road to Istanbul, road to some other place. Um, and those were always fun. And one of my favorite stories is I got to meet Bob Hope way back many years ago. He was in the Phoenix area of Arizona, and he was playing a local golf tournament there. It was called the Waste Management Open. He was doing a pro am, and he comes up the course there, runs into my friend Larry Bartels. He also has a great channel, by the way, Be Yourself Adventures. Please check that out on YouTube. And he and I were just kind of hanging there. And here comes Mr. Bob Hope. And I said, guess who that is, Larry? And he said, what? I said, that's Bob Hope, the guy who did all these, great USO shows and on the radio, on TV, for the troops overseas and everything. And he didn't even know who he was at first. And I thought, wow. I mean, for somebody who knows some celebs, I mean, Larry knows a bunch of people now, but back then, I figured he knew most celebs, and couldn't even identify Bob Hope. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I was just blessed to recognize him, and basically, he pulls over, and I said, "How are you, Mister Hope? How are you doing? And how's your golf game?" And he says, "Oh," he says, "please don't be formal." He says, "Just call me Bob." And I said, "Oh, okay, Bob, cool." He says, "What are you guys doing?" I said, "Well, we're just walking around the course. My friend Larry here was able to get us some nice free tickets to the pro-am because we did. We somehow got free tickets for the day. So we were kind of walking through the course, staying on the path, where all the other golf carts and everything." And he says, "Well, after I play this hole, do you want to kind of ride with me over?" And I said, "Oh no, Mister Hope, oh no, Bob. I know that you want to play, and we're just watching." And he says, "Oh," he says, "all right." He says, "Here, I'll sign this golf ball for you." So he signed a golf ball, gave it one to each of us. Uh, and I said, "Bob," I said, "I really enjoyed your USO shows and all the things you did. Um, I love the things with Bing Crosby you did, all that stuff." He says, "Well, that's great that you're a fan." He says, um, "It's not many people are still around that remember those things." And I said, "Well, when I grew up as a kid, my parents really enjoyed watching Bob Hope movies and things like that, and we just really enjoyed stuff." And I said, Bob," I said, "I got an idea." He says, "What?" I said, "Well, if you put a couple of rocket powered jets on the back of your golf cart, you'll get around here a lot more faster." And he just laughed. I mean, he, guffaw laugh, that kind of thing. GUFFAW, that kind of laugh. And Larry was in confusion, like, "What?" And I said, "I just told him to put some rocket powered jetpacks on the back of his cart so he could get going faster." And he says, "Well, that's a pretty good idea." I said, "Yeah." I I said, "You want to go faster, Bob? You just keep going." He says, "Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun." I said, "Well, let me know when you come across those jetpacks later on or something." He says, "I will." And he says, "Good to meet you both." I said, "Good to meet you, Bob and Mr. Hope." And he says, "No, keep calling me Bob." I said, "Okay." So I shook his hand. Larry shook his hand. And we had signed golf balls, and then he went. That was it. That was the last time. Unfortunately, that was the last time I ever saw Bob Hope alive. So great memory, but it's back from my subconscious. But I mean, it's just I was so pleased to meet him. He was. It was. And he was in his element. He's playing golf, so he was a great golfer. He wasn't too bad. For an old man back then, and he could still play a good round of golf. I'm sure he could play a good 9 holes, maybe even 18. But you know he'd have to get around. It'd be kind of hard for him, but he would have fun. Yeah. Arabic says that's very cool. Great. Now I want an autograph sports ball. I wish I had one too, besides the golf ball. But no, I've come across a few. I have come across a few sports people in my day. I got to play basketball with one of to me, in my opinion, one of the best basketball players for the Phoenix Suns back then, Dan Marley, who came from Central Michigan University back in the day. He was a great 3-point shooter when they started doing 3-pointers. Uh, he played a lot of good defense. I mean, yeah, I think I've told the story before what he did to me in a pickup basketball game. I don't need to repeat that. I mean, that was insane. Um, but there was just it was a lot of fun meeting people here and there. I got to eat at his restaurant, which was cool, Marley's restaurant. Um, I met Sweet D, Walter Davis, used to be a point guard for them. I met Rob Schneider Schneider, as I told you guys, from SNL. That was fun. Um, I also met Charles Barkley, Sir Charles himself. Hung out with him for 2.5 hours in a bar around his entourage, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Good basketball player. Never made it to the well. He made it to the Hall of Fame, but he never got a chance to win a championship. I don't know, something about going up against Michael Jordan and crew in 1993. Still considered one of the best finals. Yeah, one of the best NBA finals. But yeah, tough, tough, tough. Using Argo. Yeah. Eric Thunder says using Argo. Yeah. Okay. So now we've got 3 lights. Thank you. And we do have 6 people watching the chat this evening, this webcam. As I said, I've always wanted to talk about the Who's on First routine by Bud Abbott and Lou Costello. It always made me laugh. It still does. I have a version of it downloaded from YouTube, and it's so much, and it is. It's so much fun. And every once in a while, if I get a little stressed out or something goes crazy, I'll look it up or I'll try to go find it, and then in my playlists, and then I'll just play it and just let the whole thing go, just let it run itself. And but as I said, because I've heard it for so many years, it always bothered me not knowing where everybody was. And if you listen to the routine in its complete form, it can get a little confusing because of the wordplay and the way it goes back and forth between the two gentlemen. But it's so much worth it, and it's so much fun. So if you want to be a bit of a trivia master for someone, and they ask you, well, what are the positions of the guys from Who's on First routine? You can go and watch this video, recall everything I said about every position that was there, and if you want, you can include the right fielder as nobody, because that's official now that they have a board game that came out after the original routine. So, yeah. So once again, it's who's on first, what's on second. I don't know who's on third. I don't give a darn is in shortstop. Why is the left field? Because it's center field. Nobody is in right field. Tomorrow is pitching, and today is catching. Naturally. Who could be on first? I don't know. Like I said, naturally. But that is the whole routine. That's all the positions. I wanted to get it out there so people can say, hey, I know where the positions are and I know where these guys play. And it's so much fun. It really is. Yeah, and I know Abbott and Costello are easy before, though. Yes. Yes, it's true. Aravic also says he loves classic black and white comedy. My favorite is I Love Lucy. Da 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 da. Yeah, I know. I used to watch that as a kid. Uh, and then yeah, the Dick Van Dyke Show, and then Mary Tyler Moore, and you had all of, I mean, everything back then. Uh, back then, was so much fun. I mean, growing up as a kid, like I did in the I was born in 1965, grew up in the 70s, watched all these Saturday morning cartoons, uh, you know, Abbott and Costello routines, Three Stooges, the Spanky and Our Gang. I'd watch creature features, which they had early back then. Um, and then of course some of those live action things, the shows that we do. Jay and I that do tomorrow on Thursday with the Secrets of ISIS and Shazam. Always a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun to do those. And don't forget, folks, you voted for the number one show that I'll now be doing on Friday mornings, which is Red Dwarf. So I will be doing 2 episodes of Red Dwarf every Friday morning. Make sure you check out the time schedule there on the front of our MikeySuzeFour channel in the description of the broadcast video segment. And it will tell you what's going on there. And I added all the corrections and everything is in there. So at 12:30 a.m. time Easterns on Friday mornings, 2 episodes will be described about from Red Dwarf. So I hope you folks will be able to check that out. And yeah, sorry, we're way before them. Yes, yeah, I believe that. And don't forget, of course, hit the like button today, as we got 3 likes. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Make sure that you share this with your friends and family and relatives and acquaintances. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are right now at 171 subscribers. YouTube seemed to have lost one for us, but that's okay. We'll get them back. I'm not worried about it. Really, I'm not. But we're trying to get 29 more subs if we can to get to 200 so we can do a 200 subscriber celebration. It isn't monetized, but that's all right because I just want to celebrate the fact that we can reach 200, and that's what we hope to do with our channel. And also, please, when you hit the notification bell, ding, 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 make sure you hit all notifications. So that way, when you see a future webcam like today, or if you see a future live stream like tomorrow with our ISIS and Shazam with me and Jay Aldridge, um, all you have to do is when you see the notification, hit the notification button on because initially it will say notify me. So what you do is you hit that notify me button. It'll come on and say notification on. That way, it will notify you when this stream or webcam comes on. And then usually with the live streams, it's been pretty good about this. When we get to within 30 minutes before the live stream is supposed to start, there will be a little notification. If you've already hit it, there'll be a little notification in your bell's symbol there. When you tap on that, you should see it there say in 30 minutes, MikeySuzeFour will go live. So, yes, especially on the StreamYard uh, videos that we do that we attach here to YouTube. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Alrighty. So, like I said, I just wanted to do this quick webcam and give you folks a chance to reminisce a little bit about who's on first and between Abbott and Costello, some of the other wonderful memories of comic duos and trios in the case, or 5 people in the case of the Stooges. Uh, and a lot of the other fun that you folks would have experienced back then if you watched a lot of the early, some of the early stuff that came on Saturdays and Sunday mornings, and sometimes some of the stuff did come on Sundays after church. Oh, camera's on, honey. Be careful. Um, yeah, sometimes some of those shows actually waited till Sundays too, but they came on at the right time, just after. Let me came on right after church, so that was perfect. I mean, my family would go to 7:30 morning church, get home, have a nice little breakfast, and then they'd have something in the sun, on Sunday afternoons. Sometimes it'd be baseball games, sometimes it'd be basketball games, sometimes they would have, they would move the creature features up to Sunday afternoons, like that. But that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun back then. And so anyway, I just want to make sure I brought this out to you folks and let you know uh, about who's on first and how much fun that was. And make sure you check it out. If you're first time to our channel, please subscribe. We definitely enjoy you being here and having a good, safe place to have fun and do stuff together. And if you like what you see, like I said, hit the like button. Please do that. And if you want to see future great events like this, please hit the notification bell. It means a lot to us. And it does kind of help the algorithm. Every once in a while, if you do come into like I said, if you do a rewatch and you come into our channel, uh, YouTube does notify us. It does let us know about that down the line, how many people come in and rewatch videos. And we've had a lot of popular ones. One of our most popular, and I'll mention this before we go into prayer for the evening and finish for the evening. Um, one of the more popular ones has been our channel was interviewed some months back in April by Netter's Network and by her husband Troy Pacelli, who does Last Call. And in that interview, our channel actually picked up 12 more subscribers. It was one of the most that Netter, she said, uh, they had ever picked up in a interview show like that. I am trying to arrange a Stark Tower interview with Tony Stark of Iron. I've been trying to plan it um, myself for our channel. And if I can get that set up anytime in the near future, I will definitely let you folks know so that you can, and I will, and we'll have Lemon Pie or any of our, or Sci Fi Sit Down or any of our uh, moderators that are in the chat tonight. They can post that link to where that interview will occur with Tony Stark of Iron. So, yeah. So keep an eye out for that. When it does happen, like I said, I will let you guys know and what date that will happen and what time, and then you all can go there and you know see us together and hang out with his show. So I'm going to try to plan that myself. Anyway, I appreciate all of you being here. Of course, let's thank Aravic Sonder for being here. You watch Aravic Sonder on our uh, the games that we play on weekends. Saturday nights, of course, with Jet Nerdy at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Sunday afternoons or Sunday mornings, I should say, at 11:15 a.m. Eastern, with a question of Trek. So check those out during the weekend. Also, Aravic Sonder does have a very cool YouTube channel. Make sure you check that out as well. Don't forget to always say hello to Sir Lemon Pie. He's one of our best moderators. He's the head of all the moderators that we use here for our MikeySuzeFour channel. So please always be nice to him and say hello wherever you see him, either here or in someone else's chat, because he really does take care of a lot of different rooms and so forth. Moira Kitty, as I mentioned, Moira Kitty has a wonderful channel on YouTube. Make sure you check out her content. She does talk about a lot of important things, especially recent news, things that go on. So yes, please check out her place as well. Also, let's thank Sci-Fi Sifdan, one of our moderators, for being here this evening on the chat. He has a fantastic site. If you go there, he does crossovers. He's what he's done is he created through AI and you know electronic drawing and things like that. He has created crossovers of two different sci-fi franchises. One of them was uh, Stargate SG-1 and Star Trek, and another one was Star Wars and I think Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. He does a lot of those different crossovers. So check it out. And he's also a big part of our MikeySuzeFour channel, especially on Saturdays. So come and visit us because we do uh, all the rest of this year. We're going to be doing all the Star Trek films, and we'll also be doing Galaxy Quest, which they consider the official 14th film unofficially. And then we'll go into the different series. So we'll start with TOS, then we'll go to TAS, the animated series. Then we'll go into TNG, then we'll go to Deep Space Nine, then into Voyager, and then into Enterprise. And then after we're done with Enterprise, we'll go into James Cawley's Star Trek New Voyages Phase 2. He did a few episodes of that. And then Vic Monona, who came in to his own by helping Cawley. As Cawley went to become producer, Vic became the director, and he put together Star Trek Continues, which is a fantastic Star Trek fan film series. And it lasts for 11 episodes, and we'll go through all 11 episodes of that. So everything is included there. So that's what's coming up in the following weeks, months, and towards the end of the year. And as I said, I'll be doing Red Dwarf on Fridays. So, and there are 74 episodes for that. So, yeah, it's a lot of work. Connie Cleary. Miss Connie Cleary was here with Moira Kitty. So, ladies, thank you so much for being here, being a part of our chat tonight. And of course, Christian Carpenter, who's friends with Viking Silverwolf, my friend from Boston, Mass area. So, Christian Carpenter, it's good to see you, and thank you so much, of course, for being here with everyone tonight. And Pleasant Valley Picker. Well, we've already started the Star Trek films PvP. He's our friend from Kelowna, British Columbia, also one of our moderators. He has a great uh, playlist section in his channel of the Damned, which is going to see in concert over there in Vancouver. Also, he has other playlists of songs that are 3 minutes or less, really good songs, a lot of Canadian ones, a few other types of genre songs. Check it out. He's got a great one there. PvP. Hi, Mikey. When are you starting track? Okay. In answer to your question, PvP, right now on Saturday afternoons with me, Mikey, I'm sorry, with me, Jay Aldridge, Siftan, and Jim's Landscape LLC #1 Commodore Productions. We're examining and reviewing all of the Star Trek films from 1 to 13, and then we're going to be doing, like I said, Galaxy Quest separately for one day, and then we're going to go right into TOS right after that. So it's going to be a few weeks, PvP. Probably, I'd say closer to like August is when we'll start that with a different series, but we'll start with TOS first. So that's coming up in the future. We have that all planned out. Okay, so tomorrow, as I said, I'll be here for ISIS and Shazam Hour. That will be season 1, episode 9 of each series that me and Jay Aldridge review and give grades on. My show episode is called The Show Off, and his show episode is called The Dune Buggy. So, interesting. And then on Thursday night, I will be in a panel with Moira Kitty and Raquel SSG 2211. It's a nice hangout stream. Everybody, if you want to get a chance to hang out with us and talk with us and everything on the panel and I believe we might have a few more people there too. So make sure you come check us out. That'll be on Raquel's channel at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern tomorrow for Thursday, 9 o'clock Central. And then uh, Thursday, I think the Gorillas Random Thoughts is having a cringe stock. I'm not sure what time that is tomorrow, but if you go to his channel, check him out there with cringe stock. He'll have a film that make you cringe worthy. Then on Friday, I'm going to be there for him for his the Waltons stream. The latest episode he's going to be reviewing with us is called The Vacation. That should be fun. And don't forget Friday morning at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, 11:30 p.m. Central, late Thursday night. That will be when I do the Red Dwarf, the 2 episodes. But since I'm going to be joining Raquel and them on Thursday night at 10 o'clock my time, I'm going to go ahead and move up the Red Dwarf to later that morning. So you'll know as soon as I come on. So just kind of keep that in mind, okay? Because I really don't want to be with Raquel and Moira. Meow, meow. Yes, babe. Meow, meow. They're wonderful ladies, and I love chatting with them, and we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. And PvP says, "Okay, sounds good." And of course, Moira Kitty says, "Meow, meow." Yes, meow to you, Moira. Okay. And then, of course, don't forget, I'll just get you through to the weekend. Saturday, of course, we're reviewing Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. That'll have me, Jay Aldridge, Sifdan, PvP, Jim's Landscape. So Jay, Jim, Sifdan, and PvP, and myself. And we'll talk about the entire third movie. We'll give you our reviews, our own grades on it, and recommend it and so forth. So, yeah, make sure you check that out this coming Saturday. That starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Central. And then on Sunday, we have our Sunday topic times, which normally follow about an hour or so after the early morning, as I told you about a question of Trek. And we start that at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Central on Sunday. And I'm sorry, I need to go back and tell you again, we do start at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 o'clock p.m. Central on Saturday, too, for the Star Trek review that we're doing for the third movie. So, yeah. Genesis is Planet Forbidden. Hi, OmniCastNet. Good to see you, Omni. So we want to thank Omni and PvP for being here as well. Appreciate both of your patronage. Okay, so we got 7 people watching. We got 3 people that have given us likes. Please hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. Even if you just come by and say, "Woo, Mikey's on," and we'll just and hit the like. That's all you have to do. Hi, Omni. Good to see you. Yeah. Star Trek 3 is just absolutely amazing. I love how um, they escape from them, and there's a yellow alert in space dock. It's still one of my all-time favorite scenes. And then you got the guy there who wants to run transwarp drive from his console, and that's Miguel Ferrer, who's just is briefly in there, and it's fun. And of course, when Scotty removes the the power things that go to the transwarp drive, here you go, Doctor. Souvenirs from from the drive, and he says, "Well, you could have told me." He says to Kirk, Kirk says, "That's what you get. That's what you get for missing meetings, Doctor." Right? So, yeah. Wow, 7. That's awesome. Yeah, it is. It is totally awesome. Kabla. Kapla. Hello, Professor Brainy Specs. We want to thank you for being here as well. We appreciate you there, Jeff. Yep, Star Trek 3 sets up a lot of Klingon stuff. Bird of prey, language, uniforms. Like I said, Yellow Alert in Space Dock, which you never heard of before until they show it in the film. So, yeah. Welcome Specs from Lemon Pie. Thank you, Lemon Pie, from Professor Brainy Specs. Don't forget, please, folks, that Omni and myself and Eric Sander and Professor, who is the scorekeeper for Jep Nerdy, we're involved in a very serious tournament right now. Omnicast Net is in the top three. In fact, I believe his overall score with all his points are in first place. I'm not too far behind. I'm in fourth place. I won't say how many points I have because I'm going to try to build up more as the weeks go on. But what will happen is when they reach week 100 on a Saturday, the top 3 point totals from all the weeks prior that we did this tournament will play an actual Jeopardy game, the whole bit. First round, second round, final Jeopardy question. I don't know if they're going to do with buzzers. I wouldn't do with buzzers if it was me, but hey, I'm in the minority there. So, hey, I won't mind. If I just do buzzer, that's fine. It's totally cool. Kerblat to you too, Omni. Tournament of Champions. Yes. Yes. So if all of you are interested in Star Trek trivia and you want to enjoy some fun play between us nerds, Trekkers or Trekkies, check it out. Like I said, 9 p.m. on John DeMarco's, that's capital D, small I, capital M, ARCO, his website there on YouTube. Just hit the notification on button for the next show we have coming up on Saturday night. As I said, it always starts right around 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock p.m. Central, 7 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone, and 6 o'clock p.m. in the Pacific Time Zone. So make sure you check it out. It's a lot of fun. And there we go, Lemon Pie. Lemon Pie just posted the website to John DeMarco there for the Jet Nerdy game. Yes. And Professor says the Omni, groundbreaking. Now, I don't know if any of you had seen the final episode of Discovery, season 5. I know it didn't go off well for many people, but still a groundbreaking show, according to Omnicastnet. I'm sure it will go into immediate syndication, immediate returns, right? Repeats and thing online. So, John Promise Keeper DeMarco. Yes, Omni. Yep, Discovery was a smash hit. Yeah, Discovery is a smash hit. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Alrighty, well, yeah, STD is great. I think the final thing they're going through right now is Lower Decks. I think. I'm not sure. That might be the last series they're still covering until the end. Is that right, Professor? I don't know. Or is it Strange New Worlds? I mean, yeah, SNW. You know, I found out a weird fact. I found out that I think one of the last episodes that Star Trek Strange New Worlds did, they borrowed a lot from Balance of Terror, which was the first time we saw the Romulans with, Mark Leonard playing the Romulan captain and, Kirk and Spock, and finding out that the Romulans were offshoots of the Vulcans, aggressive, warlike race. Um, because this episode that Strange New Worlds did actually borrowed some dialogue from Balance of Terror. I saw this behind the scenes where Akiva Goldsman and some other people were talking about it. I thought that's interesting. Strange neurological weirdness is groundbreaking. Yes, Professor. Critics' Choice Award nominee from Omni. Well, anyway, we do have some spirited discussions about Star Trek in general. So that is also something to check out when you watch Jep Nerdy. We do three. They do 3 rounds, and then afterwards we do have a full panel, and we can fit, and you can fit up to 10 people or maybe more. I'm not sure, but John does have a very nice setup to where we can all go on stage to the panel there and talk about all things Star Trek and other types of shows and things that we genres we follow. So yeah, please check that out. That's every Saturday night that they do that. And it is a lot of fun. It really is. And then of course, like I said, don't forget a question of Trek on Sunday mornings at 11:15, right around 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. Jeff is there to score. There's a man named Conti, a man named T. Dowd, and a nice young lady named Zoe Kirk Robinson that are both captains and the leader and the game show host. And it's so much fun. And please check it out. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, Omni. Mikey, you are a formidable opponent with those anagrams. Yeah, it's just kind of weird. It's how my brain works. When it comes to anagrams, and the words and things like, I just kind of play it over in my head, and then because it relates to Star Trek, I got most of the. It must be in my subconscious because I got most of those titles are back there. But as I'm trying to unscramble the anagram and the puzzle, I usually get it right. Except one time I got it wrong, and I said the perfect meat instead of the perfect mate, and they won't let me forget that. that's that's insane, but it's funny. I mean, it's funny. So I remember it myself very fondly. I said the wrong thing just really quickly, and it's funny. And it's a meme. It should be a meme. I mean, hey, Jeff, John, you guys, if you want to post it as a meme on your channel when I said it or whatever happened, do it, please, because it's just a lot. I have fun with it. I do. I have a lot of fun with it. It's kind of cute. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yep. That would be the lost TNG episode called "The Perfect Meat." Yes, Omni. The New York style steak that they ask the food replicators to produce, right? Or a holographic novel. Yeah, about as good as Farpoint and Encounter, right, Professor? Farpoint and Encounter. Yeah. Oh boy, I never laughed so hard in my life. Okay, but it's fun, so check it out, please. All right, so thank you everyone once again in the chat. You know who you are. We appreciate you so much. Let me do a quick prayer, and we'll go ahead and shut out for the rest of tonight. But again, like I said, don't forget tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 o'clock Central, will be me and Jay doing our reviews of ISIS and Shazam. So please check that out. All right. So, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful thing called social media. We appreciate everyone that we know that is tied into our immediate family, our extended family, along with our relatives, friends, and those that we consider our acquaintances and are starting to get to know better. May all of their families be safe in your love, Lord. May Jesus Christ, his Son, allow everyone to avoid evil people and to avoid troubles in their lives. And may the Blessed Virgin Mary help the same families, give them guidance, wisdom, and courage, and the strength to get through daily problems and to have better lives because of that. And we ask this all in your name, Lord, and thank you for everything that is good. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen and amen. I do miss Jay Aldridge when he does prayers like this, but you know, I do. I miss him when he says that. But it's a lot of fun. Sir Lemon says amen. Yeah. And Omni has a good story right here. He says, Q opens up a delicatessen in the beta quadrant and serves cold cuts. Yeah. And what about Q? What about his son? Is his son the waiter in that place? Perfect Meat, Omni. Is his son Q2 the he's a waiter in that delicatessen, or serves food at the table, and you can always hear his dad yell at him in the back, "Don't provoke the Borg." Yeah, yeah, exactly. Son bakes the bagels. Oh, okay. Well, what about Q's wife? What does she do? And there's Jim's Landscape LLC #1 Commodore Productions. Hello, sir. Don't forget to check out Jim's repair four repair four video and trailer. He has them both posted on his website there at Jim's Landscape LLC on YouTube. Please check them out. They're a lot of fun. Lots of funny stuff. Oh, she makes the chopped liver. Oh, okay. Okay. And hello to Jim from Lemon Pie. Alrighty. Quite the imagination there, Omni. Yes, I agree, Professor. I agree. All right, so thank you, everyone. We're just about to the top of the hour, which is pretty much cool. That's about where I was hoping to aim for, so that's great. Again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for representing our channel. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and notify bell. It helps the algorithm, helps us out. Remember, we're trying to get to 200 subscribers so we can do a celebration. And we're at 171 right now, so we're only 29 away. Also, before I forgot, my beautiful wife Suzanne is celebrating her 38th birthday 2 weeks away, actually 11 days away from today, on Sunday, June 16th. That's also Father's Day. And we've already come up that we're going to do a special Father's Day celebration at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Central on the 16th. And we're also, hopefully, all of us in the chat and everybody in the panel that we'll have up there with us will be able to sing happy birthday to Suzanne. So hopefully all of you folks will check that out for us. Yes. Meat is my muse. Yes, it is. uh, Okay, so Q's wife makes the chopped liver. Got that. Lemon pie. Hello, Jim. And Professor said, quite the imagination on me. Meat inspires me. Sci-Fi Nation, how you doing? My other Mr. J, says, a big floating head. I can't see you. Oh, floating head. Meat cute. Lemon pie. Okay, and Jim's Landscape has also posted his Repair for Video website location. Please go there. The link is in the chat. Check it out. It's very funny. I highly recommend it. Meat is my muse from Omni. Hi, Lemon Pie from Jim. Can you sing for us, Mikey? Uh, I will on John's thing. You just think of some songs you want me to kind of throw out there, and I'll do it for John DeMarco's panel there on Saturday night. Just let me know. I don't usually sing on my webcams, Omni. I kind of I got to save my throat just a little bit. So, but I usually do it for weekends. So if you want to ask me next or this coming Saturday, I will. But I will sing for my wife Happy Birthday, like I said, 11 days from now when she has her birthday and Father's Day on the following Sunday, not this coming, but the following. So, yeah. So I would definitely do that. Okay. Reading Rainbow theme. The Reading Rainbow. I mean that. I can do anything. Right? We can all sing together. We will. We will, Omni. Definitely. Looking forward to it. That'll be fun. Yeah. Jordy LaForge does books. Woo! Yeah. That's what I said to myself. The first time I saw Reading Rainbow, I said, wait a second. LeVar Burton. Wait, he's Jordy LaForge, but he was in Roots. So I said, oh my gosh, Jordy LaForge does books. Woohoo! Yay. You're a great guy, Mikey. Oh, thanks, Omni. Thanks, Omni. And please, Suzanne says hello to your wife, Omni, and best regards. And hope that both you guys are doing well. Hope that everybody in your family is doing that well as well. And all the families of everybody that's here. Hope all your families are doing great. We really do hope so. Okay, so we're about ready to end the stream. So as we get close to the top of the uh, hour here, once again, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for attending. Now you know more about who's on first than you were led to believe. You have a bit more information, so try it at a party sometime. You know all the players, you know where they're located around the baseball field. You can make fun of people. It's so much fun. Try it out sometime. Yeah, Professor says the hour of scampering. That's right. Beats the hour of longing for Monty. Absolutely. So, trying to, it's all this humidity and it just makes my beard keep growing. Like, yeah. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Right down Santa Claus. Yeah, right. Anyway, nope, too early. It's June. Okay. Uh, so, in the immortal words of my favorite nerd from TV, Gene Siskel, wonderful Chicagoan movie critic of Siskel and Ebert Do the Movies, and rest in peace. The aisle is now closed. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. I'll see you along with Jay Aldrich tomorrow for our ISIS and Shazam hour starting at 2 p.m. Eastern. Until then, I think there's still a cleanup over there on aisle 3. It might be some soda. Yee. I have to go clean that up. Eggnog in June. Yeah, Lemon. There is. There is some like eggnog in June. But don't tell PvP yet. Mum's the word. Yeah. Okay. All right. Take care, everyone. We'll see you then.